Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys clicking the video. Today we're going to be checking out a extremely fun She-Hulk slash Shuri slash just Omega Power deck that was posted originally by KMBest, and that is something that Nina is new picked up and then posted on Twitter, and I took inspiration from that and I changed a couple of things around myself. Nothing major, added things like armor and She-Hulk into the deck, and the deck list, if we can switch screens here really quickly, you guys can see that it has things like Sunspot obviously in there. You have Zero and Titania in there as well. You have Scorpion, and armor is what I added into the deck. I noticed that I was getting Shang-Chi quite a bit. This is probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago when I first started using the deck, so I kind of switched in armor. I also have things that can kind of be surprising, like She-Hulk. She-Hulk is an amazing card, as most of you know, especially since she's dropped from her series. So she's a lot easier to get a hold of, and if you haven't gotten her, I highly encourage you guys to get yourself a copy of She-Hulk if it shows up in the shop. Or just continue, upgrading your collection level to unlock her. She's fantastic. Her ability costs 1 less for each unspent energy last turn. So she's particularly good, especially in decks like Magic, where Magic can extend a turn to 7. You basically skip turn 6 and then play things like She-Hulk and Infinite on turn 7. There's a different deck that kind of utilizes that kind of mechanic. This particular deck just really relies on Shuri, Red Skull, and Taskmaster. Shuri kind of makes this deck the way it is. I have gotten away with some sneaky wins with just She-Hulk and Taskmaster when I haven't gotten Shuri. I've also seen things like Red Skull and Taskmaster that have really worked. The Arrow surprise on turn 5 is always great. It can always kind of mess up your opponent's plans, so it's always really fun to use. But I wanted to show you guys this deck in action. We're going to play a couple of matches here, and we'll see how we fare. Now that the hot location has dropped, we can kind of test out different decks without any kind of issues. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's see how we do on game number 1. We've already got some great openers. I love seeing Sunspot in my hand early. Polaris is also great on turn 3, especially if they're playing a 1 or 2 cost card. Always kind of helps us. Drawing 2 cards is great. I think we're going to go ahead and snap here. We have Taskmaster and Shuri already in hand. Typically, you want to snap pretty early if you have Shuri and Taskmaster, especially if you have, Red Skull, Shuri, and Taskmaster. That kind of dream combo, you definitely want to do that. I think we're going to go ahead and play over here. We'll let Sunspot kind of grow by himself in Dream Dimension. And that should kind of work out, hopefully, without any kind of issue, as long as they don't have... Now, Killmonger absolutely wrecks us, by the way, which is, again, another good use for armor. Hopefully they don't have a Killmonger, but I guess we'll see. Depends on what kind of deck they're playing. They have an Angela, so to me that typically means that they probably do have a Shang-Chi, which is fine. I think we're going to go ahead and actually Polaris the Angela to deny her buff ability. I think that would typically help, and just kind of deny that. Unless they play here, which is most likely going to play for the Raft. I feel like everybody plays for the Raft, right? Like, everybody plays for the Raft. Which is really fun, especially when you have things like Scarlet Witch to just go, nope, and just kind of stop them right then and there. Oh, wow, they played a lot. So that's probably Mysterio, I'm guessing. I just made the Raft really easy for them, which is a little crappy, but that's all right. All right, there's the Nova. So that backfired on us a little bit, but I think we're still going to be okay here. I do want to get the Shuri out here as soon as possible, so let's go ahead and play the Shuri here. We'll kind of give up on the Raft. Without Mysterio, this would have been a little bit more palatable, but oh well, things happen. So I think we'll play Shuri and hope we draw into Taskmaster or, Red Skull or She-Hulk. I guess we'll have to see. Okay. They can go ahead and have the Raft. Hopefully it's not anything crazy. There's a Scarlet Witch and Sanctum Sanctorum, which is actually great for us. If I could snap again, I would. We're going to go ahead and play Red Skull here. We're not in really any danger of them outscaling us here. I know they're going to play their... Now, the only problem is they probably do have Killmonger, right? Because they have the Nova in here. So the Killmonger will cause a big problem. They're probably not going to win Sanctorum. But between Raft and Olympia with Taskmaster, I'm pretty sure we have this. Even if they play a Killmonger, we should still be okay. Magic is interesting. Sure. I mean, Magic just really kind of just helps us, right? Yeah, we want to go ahead and play... I mean, they could still have the Shang, right? Which would be not great. But maybe we can play around Shang a little bit, and we already have 8 power there. So playing maybe even just Lizard might be able to kind of push us over just a little bit, depending on what they play here. Shang hopefully is never real. Let's hope Shang's not real, and it's all just a dream. It's not real. Shang doesn't exist, right? Oh, we're in trouble. They have a Shang. That is a Shang snap if I've ever seen one. But I'm willing to stay in. I think we can still maybe eke out a win here. Okay. They got a Spider-Man there. I mean, we might just float here, right? I mean, if we just float, I think we're okay if we just float here. Unless, again, they have Killmonger. They could still have Killmonger. How do we play around Killmonger? I don't think we can. Unfortunately, that Spider-Man really kind of screwed us, but let's see what they have. I'm willing to bet they can either play Shang or Killmonger. If they play Killmonger, we win. If they play Shang, we could still possibly win. But they can only play one card here, so it's either got to be Shang or Killmonger, and I don't think... let's see, if they play Killmonger, we lose 0 titanium, but we still have 30 power over there. Yeah, okay, that's great. Easy retreat. Easy retreat, easy win. Not sure what they were thinking. They probably weren't expecting the Taskmaster. So that's a great win. Look at 4 cubes just like that. Hopefully something that does not replace our entire deck so I can actually show off this deck. District X was not helping us there. Pretty decent already. Like I said, we have Red Skull and Shuri. If we have Taskmaster, I would probably snap. If I don't see Taskmaster by 3, I actually might still snap. Just for the fact that that we have Shuri and Red Skull. It's just already 30 power on the board. And if we get armor, we feel pretty good. If they're playing a discard deck, we're typically going to play Red Skull that got Shuri'd on... let's see here. This is going to be interesting. We could outscale eventually in Necrosha, most likely, but seeing as Starlight Citadel is going to move all the different stuff around, I think we go ahead and we just Polaris the Morbius here. Collector, let's focus them on one spot. I like seeing that. Maybe we'll you know what though? I may actually... Let's actually play Shuri here. Let's play Shuri Red Skull on Necrosha. So we expect the Dracula to come down somewhere. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Right. So I think we actually go and play here. I don't think... Actually, I might just place Red Skull and Starlight Citadel here. I would expect them to put Dracula there. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. I thought they were going to go hard commit over here, which is fine. Alright, so they played the Hela already, which is great for us. We go ahead and snap here. I know it's a little bit late, but that's okay. We should have this pretty easily. And there's the retreat. Alright. Fantastic. Even with the Hela, they didn't have anything discarded really, right? So, and they were already kind of late to discard anything else that makes Hela even worth playing, so that was great for us. Like I said, this deck is just really good with coming up consistently, playing around locations, especially really bad locations like Necrosha, and other locations like that kind of make your opponent not necessarily want to play there, especially things like... I don't know, there's just a ton of different locations. I couldn't name very specific ones on top of my head, but there are a lot of negative downside locations that Red Skull plays in pretty comfortably with 30 power. Even if they have 3 cards already in there, if they're relatively low power, they're never going to scale up to 30 to even kind of beat you at that location. Or I should say very rarely. It has happened, but it's very unlikely. Alright, here we go. Another match. Let's see how we do. Raft? Oh, Raft. Raft is always something you can counter your opponents to always play towards. Okay, no death. No Polaris for us, but that's not too terrible. I don't actually mind that. Them losing death is probably really good for us. There's Savage Land, so we don't really care too much about Savage Land. I think we go ahead and play armor here. Yeah, let's keep building towards the raft. We got a good lead here. A wave, so they look like a death wave deck, but I don't know why they still snap here. That seems strange. It's quite okay though. Shuri here doesn't feel super great because we don't have any of our big cards. But honestly, yeah, that's not bad. This is actually fine here. Let's go ahead and snap. Again, we got really lucky with the Red Skull pull. You know, we had a what is it? I think a 1 in 6 in pulling the Red Skull, so we just got supremely lucky there. Okay, Iceman, we don't care about. Bucky Barnes is totally fine, and Carnage is totally fine. They're never gonna outscale us here, so we should be seeing a retreat here from our opponent. I think. I don't think they're gonna have anything to. Our Red Skull is safe thanks to armor, so I think we should see a retreat here from our opponent. Pretty. Wow. Okay. They did not pay attention to the turn order. Had they priority, or had we had priority, then that would have absolutely worked. Perfect. Well, there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of quick look at the Shulk-Z deck, which I think, again, it's just really fun. If you guys enjoyed it and you guys want to use the deck list, please feel free. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy using the deck or how much success you have, or if there's anything you guys want to see tweaked, or maybe anything that you think might be better in the deck. I would love to hear your comments. So make sure you guys comment down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It would really help me out, especially since we're still starting with the whole YouTube channel. It would mean a lot. Any support is much appreciated. You guys can always catch me live streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays over on twitch.tv/CosmicTrigger, and I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. As always, be nice, do nice things. I'll catch you guys next time.